Marry me or my heir. Mason's words rang in my ears like a death sentence. I already thought I had no choice, but he made sure of it. He wasn't just offering me a proposal, but he was setting a trap. I stared at him, the weight of the decision pressing down on me. The contract I had no choice but to honor was clear. I had to marry him, or his heir would take everything. But there was one thing I couldn't understand. Why had he never had an heir until now? Every word he said felt like a blade to my chest. He wasn't asking for my love, he was demanding obedience. And there was no escape. The power he held over me wasn't just in his wealth. It was in his control. I wanted to scream, to say no, but the contract loomed over me like a curse. This wasn't about me. This was about the company. About legacy. And Mason wasn't going to let go of either. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I never had an heir, Mason said, but that was before the DNA results hit his desk. Suddenly, everything changed. I stood frozen as he reached for the envelope, his fingers trembling slightly. The contract had always been the same: marry Mason or lose everything. But now there was something else. There was someone else. Mason opened the envelope, his eyes scanning the words. I could see the shock on his face, like something was wrong. The look in his eyes shifted from control to disbelief. And when he spoke, it felt like everything in my world shifted. I have a son, he muttered, his voice shaky. And that's when I understood. The heir had been right in front of me the whole time. It wasn't just a contract, it was a game, and I had been the pawn. I couldn't breathe as Mason stood there, the papers in his hand. The words on the page were clear, but my mind couldn't process them. I couldn't tear my eyes away from Mason. This wasn't just his plan. This was something far worse. And now I was caught in it. Mason had a son, and that son was about to change everything. I had no idea who this new heir was, but I knew one thing. This wasn't a choice anymore. This was a war, and I was stuck in the middle.
Want to know what happens next? Follow and subscribe to Echo Stories for more thrilling episodes of The Contract Heir. Don't miss out on the twists, drama, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. See you in the next episode.